Welcome. That's just to me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joe, and if you don't know me, where have you been? I'm Caitlin's father or dad. So, firstly, what I would like to say is please bear with me, because I'm a little nervous. Not because I'm making a speech, because I've been married for 41 years. And I have three daughters, and I'm not used to speaking for any more than 30 seconds without being interrupted. Firstly, I would like to say, on behalf of Caitlin's mum, Margaret, Mungo's parents, Simon and Rebecca, I'd like to welcome you all here today, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the evening. Hey, Windy City. I am aware that people have travelled from far and wide. Scotland. Hey, I'm surprised Nicola let you out the country. Wales. I like Wales. We've got 2 players playing with Rangers at the moment. Various parts of England. Come on the Lionesses for tomorrow night. And obviously Mungo's home country of Australia. I was looking forward to seeing Kylie, but she's not here. Sorry, darling? Sorry, you get your mention early doors. Shut up. It's not your mother heckling the night. Not forgetting our Irish friends. So a warm welcome, and I missed somebody out. We have a South African friend here as well. Anyway, a warm welcome to everyone. I've been very fortunate because this is the 3rd time I've walked a bride down the aisle to give them away. I was privileged enough to give my wee sister away. I then had my eldest daughter. And now today, I've got my youngest daughter, giving her away. Gillian! Gillian, hurry up, or I'll be in a Zimmer frame before I take you to the aisle. Your mum said I shouldn't say that, but you know what I'm like. I know it's a cliche, but the pride I felt walking Caitlin down the aisle today was unbelievable for me. Didn't she look gorgeous? I certainly had a lump in my throat. And you know, around my daughters will tell you, the only time I've got a lump in my throat is when my team's playing on the television. Caitlin, you look stunning. Now, this is where I'm going to share a couple of stories about my darling daughter, Caitlin. I remember when Caitlin was born, funny enough that, eh? I was there. It was the same night Rangers played a Champions League game against Marseille. They drew 2 each. But you were the best. Now, I always knew, Caitlin, you would do well in life. I remember Fatfield Park, you sitting outside the lounge door, busking. No one could get in or out of the room without placing money in a hat. Of course, she made a few bob, but it wasn't because of her singing. It was because somebody wanted to watch something on the telly. Money wasn't always your driver, darling. She once asked me for a raise in her pocket money. Bet you thought I forgot that. Pocket money, or money allowance, as some people know it as. She did ask her mum first, but as usual, Margaret said, ask your dad. So, thinking I was smart, I asked her why she should get a rise in her pocket money. And bear in mind, she was 12 or 13 at the time. She started rhyming off these things about why she should get a rise. And I tried to put her off.
You're a sportsman.
And I knew what she was doing at school, so I said, right, do me a PowerPoint presentation stating why you should get an increase. This is true. A day or two later, a little smiling face appeared, and she presented this PowerPoint presentation, not only highlighting why she should get it, but with some superb pictures to go along.
Animation.
Yeah, it was animations, darling. It was. I couldn't spell that, so I didn't write it down. Of course, her mum and I gave her a rise, and from memory, it was double what she was getting, what she would have got on the day. So I'm sure she was going round the Metro Centre with a few of her mates, spending her pennies. I'm still doing stuff on you, darling. Caitlin came with Margaret and I to live in Hong Kong, and when I was posted overseas, not in the army or anything like that. I'm not brave enough for that. But the wonderful thing about that she was in the last year of our GCSEs, which is the qualification in the UK for university and stuff like that. Yeah. We are very proud of her because she passed with flying colours. She was unbelievable. We decided, but for her senior years at school, she would return, and she stayed with Ashley and my son-in-law, other son-in-law now, male Ashley. And being away in Hong Kong, and Caitlin being, and I heard Simon saying, having a son, having a son many miles away, it is quite difficult. I thought I'd cracked it. I decided to go on Facebook, and I befriended my daughter. However, what happened was Caitlin put something on her Facebook. I don't know whether it was something to do with one of her friends had put on it, or whether it was something she had put on. But I actually sent her a note saying, Kate, you shouldn't actually have that on your Facebook. I did it privately. Said you shouldn't actually do that because you never know who's looking at your profile. Because when you come to go to university or go to work, people will look at that and they'll see what you're putting on it. I thought I was being nice. However, I went on to check on her within the next couple of days, and she barred me. She took me off. So I actually phoned her up, and I didn't think I was wrong, but I phoned her up and begged her to take me back. Please be my friend. However, within a couple of weeks, I did get back on. Now, I don't know whether or not that was because she wanted me to be on, or maybe it was the threat of her getting downgraded to economy from business class to fly out to Hong Kong to see us. Like me, Caitlin has a sense of humour. I would say just like her dad. And I remember many nights watching various Monty Python films, after which we would reenact them. Like the rabbit with the pointy teeth. Bring out your dead. And The Guard in the Bridge, where various parts of his body were getting chopped off and he's shouting, "Come back, we'll bite your ankles." What memories, darling, what memories, and more to come, and more to come. Well, now it's Mungo. Mungo is a lovely guy, but I'll leave the stories of him to his best man Huey. And although I picked up this tip for you kids, if you want your car fueled properly, do it yourself, as Mungo is known to be diesel in a hydraulic vehicle. Dan, is that correct?
I might be talking about that in a minute.
Spoiler alert.
I remember the first time Caitlin introduced Mungo to Margaret and I. They drove up from St Neots. He politely said hello and then headed straight for the fridge. I thought a positive start because I had a few beers cooling. We also had some food in there which helped. I think he felt comfortable, and that's what it was all about. Seriously, we've known Mungo for a few years, and he and Caitlin are very well suited. He most definitely takes care of Caitlin and is very affectionate towards her. Often he uses the term gorge, which I find lovely. From a father's point of view, looking at prospective husbands, there's one thing you look for is how he treats your daughter. And from what I see, he treats her like a princess, and that's good enough for me. We've seen them both together in their home in St Neots, and they appear to be happy. And we look forward to providing Margaret, Rebecca and Simon and myself a wee child in future. Not necessarily tonight. If I have one tip for the happy couple, don't go to bed in an argument. Be like Margaret and I, stay up all night and continue the argument. In any relationship, Mungo, there must be give and take, and Mungo, you'll find, if you haven't already, you've got to be prepared to take, because she's just like her mother. Finally, sorry, I should have nodded.
You should have.
Yeah, I should have nodded. I'll give it a couple of seconds.
You've got some help.
Yeah, that's fine.
Something's happening. Just that's everyone know.
Right, well, fancy a song?
Go on, little Dixie. Oh no.
Yeah, only if there's money available. Right, no. Shh. Hey, Jill, you think it was Gillian's wedding because she's done nothing but boss me about since I got here. Right, finally, as the lads are just going around, as lads are going around, we've got some Scottish malt whiskey to toast the bride and groom. And I'm just, once they've completed that, what I'm going to do, just propose a little Scottish toast. See, I got interrupted again. Right, I'm waiting till everybody's got one. I've got one. Cheers, you don't put anything in that. Right, are we sorted? Right, Jill. Right. Okay, Scottish toast. May you be, this is Caitlin Mungo. May you be poor in misfortune, rich in blessings, slow to meet enemies, quick to make friends, but rich, poor, quick, slow, you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. Caitlin Mungo. Thank you. Mungo, that's it.
I've just heard a good luck to Mungo, so look out. Especially since I just can't wait to cry in front of all my friends and family. This is gonna be good. This is why I can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah, I know. Wow. Caitlin. Wow. What a dress. You are beautiful. I didn't expect that dress. That was lovely. It is lovely. It's not was, it is. Very special. Well done. Well chosen. Can't believe you chose in one day. I'm very happy with that one. So, what's going to be happening in the next 7 to 8 minutes, maybe 10, we'll see how we go. Lots of toasts. Last night you didn't quite get the warning that you're going to go through the Mungo Chronicles, so make sure your drinks are full. There's going to be lots of toast and nice and relaxed, right? Oh, there we go. So coming on from last night, I can't say for those who don't know me, because my father's chronicles about when I hit puberty and came through life, you've all got that, you know my life story. However, if you would like some more stories about me, one, of course, come to me. But we've got Julian over there. Put your hand up, Julian. Right, so Julian's going to be there all day. Free beer, free wine. He's not moving. And he completely made up stories about Mungo. Easy guy. He's all yours. Sorry?
I'm some truth.
Yeah, but never let the truth get away. It's a good story. So, yes. As I said, if I do cry, that's okay. Because, one, my mum's here. She's already crying. If Dad's crying, then we're all gone. Don't worry about it. It's all right. What you need to know, firstly, is this wedding was not going to happen like this. Okay, so right back, or whenever, 2020, I campaigned really, really hard for the 15-person wedding. I just saw it. It was going to happen. Sure, I love you all. But my vision for a relaxed dinner party had some appealing factors. I had no stranger danger. I had no vegans. No finish the kegs in 2 days. There was no Julian. There was no 2-year wait. It was perfect. So, Caitlin, on behalf of everyone, thank you to sticking to your guts and insisting on this massive party that we've had. Yesterday was amazing, getting to see everyone. Oh, very overwhelming. Oh, lots of tears. It's happening. It's happening again. And today, so you have succeeded having all these people that we love and care for and here with us enjoying our very special moment today. So thank you all so much. To Caitlin. Oh, that's strong. I need some water. Okay. Water. A few drops, Joe. Any water allowed?
Yeah, you can do it.
Separate? Cleanse the taste. Okay. So, now to you all. Now, as much as my 15-person wedding, that was sounding pretty idyllic to me, and not saying that you may or may not have been included in that 15-person, so let's just leave it at that. Please know that both Caitlin and I, we are so grateful to make a huge effort to come here. Okay? Right, stop crying, Mum. Gosh, I told you, stop crying. Stop crying. Some of us over here, they've travelled. We've had some people cycling here from Germany. Okay? We've had some boated across from Ireland. We've had a few horse trucks come from Wales. Some Australians have flown over. Some leaving partners at home, having to choose a favourite child to bring over. Some have even driven here. Janice, are you here? Put your hand up, please. You're here? Oh, she's here. Great. I'm very happy that you're not stuck in a business car park since Friday. Thank you very much. So, all my childhood growing up, my dad has always drilled into Huey and I, my brother, always prepare and practice makes perfect. Mum was always, gee whiz, MKB, Mum knows best. And about the girls, what is a mum like? Right, okay. So when meeting Caitlin, and then being able to meet her family, I was able to then look at, see, what's a mum like, what's the family like, let's see what Caitlin's really about. So Caitlin, you continually soak up your mum's gentle, your mum's gentle kindness. You have gathered your laser focus and attention to detail from your father, his love of music and height, or lack that of. Your sister's Ashley, her strength and decisiveness. Good luck to anyone getting on top of her with an argument. Good luck. Have a drink. Lockdown 1, we had the pleasure of hosting Gillian for one whole third of a year during third of a year, 3 months. 1, 2, 3. 3 months in, that's a long time. So living with Gillian enabled me to see where you got your beauty and your generosity from. When Gillian left, I realised how easy it is to live with you. Yeah, have a drink. There's a few changes over here. Childhood growing up. At home in Australia, life was going pretty well. I've got a mum and dad, little brother on the farm. I've got my grandparents, uncles, aunties and cousins who weren't able to be here. Some are here. Some incredible neighbours of mine that will always be so special to be here. So special to be to me, and then some are here today. So thank you so much for coming. So again, I didn't think I was going to be here. So when I left Australia on a one-way ticket purchased from my parents, my loving parents, I love you so much. No, I can't wait to see you to come back. Yeah, one-way ticket. I started off living with my baby cousin Millie, who's now here and all grown up. To Sam and Dave and Todd, opening their wings to the Todd family nest. To be beaten and bullied by Julian and then patched back up by Jess. To be playing Cupid for my cousin in Scotland. To moving here and becoming a man with Gary. To now becoming a husband to Kevin. So all of these life events, next drop. To now here being in St. Neots, Milton Keynes, rugby people, St. Neots, friends and family, thank you so much to be here. You were noted today. Excellent. So all of these life events, you've been significant in my life, and I hope that you guys all of you will continue to be an amazing part of our lives in our next chapter of our lives for this amazing moment. So thank you. So yes, after all your influences on who I am today, if I am a bit of a dick, that's okay. Blame Julian again. Huey. All of our lives, our wonderful mother, stop crying, Mum. Still crying. She has drilled into us that we only have one brother and you have to love your brother. Me 16, Huey 13, had no understanding of it. All the birds would then fly to Huey, playing his little chubby cheeks. not giving me a second look. What is this all about? Always trying to compete against me. Nightmare. Didn't understand it. But then by me flying over here, you stop crying.
You think you're a bad driver.
So me coming over here, Huey, I'm so happy for you to be my best man. And Mum, we love each other. Nah, whiskey, come on. Danny, cheers for getting fat in a week so your suit don't fit. So, a little bit on your tables. You now have some chocolate lambs that will be in front of you. A little bit of history on that is the original cast or mould of lambs that was for my mum and dad's wedding. They had an Easter wedding in 1990, and from my granddad, who can't be here today. He's a bit too blind. Insurance is a nightmare for him, so yes, the planes don't want to touch him. He's like, no chance. So that's why you've got some chocolate lambs, so you're eating some history there, so please enjoy every Easter. Again, the only chocolatier in Australia knows Granddad's number, and he gets an order for 100 lambs every Easter, so it is very lovely and very special to us, so please enjoy that. It's hot, so eat it before it melts. And then again, there's some tug of war out there, and that's a nice little... it is a family tradition from Mum and Dad that we've always cringed at, and I thought, yeah, let's restart it. Let's do it. It's going to be good. Sorry. What was that? Oh, okay. Excellent. Sorry. Face ID. Yes. So I've just got a little note here from Caitlin that she just wants me to say. Just to say on the her behalf, because she's a bit nervous about speaking. That'll be awesome. Thank you to everyone coming, and P.S. I love your three-piece suit. Can't wait to get you into your birthday suit. Oh, don't say out loud. So. There we go.
Well, firstly, I'd just like to say a big fuck. I was meant to cry at the back end of the speech. Sorry for the swear word. Dad said, don't swear in speech. I did. Again. Firstly, big congratulations to Caitlin and Mungo. And we've been, this wedding, we've been waiting for a very long time. COVID, of course, doesn't help, but it is great to see all these lovely people that are dear to you guys in your life. So I've got lots to talk about, but I might not be able to get through it. So my parents said I couldn't be too mean because every family has a favourite child. And look, I don't have much evidence of that at all, but I am the only family member that's not on the family Medicare card back in Australia. So I pay taxes and he doesn't even live there. And look, that's enough evidence for me. I'm sure he thinks it's me, but don't be fooled. I'd like you all to make an unbiased opinion tonight on your own. It's all right, I do joke. We both know that Mum and Dad love us equally-ish. like a 60-40 pie. But look, I'm not here to have a kangaroo court about that. I'm here to talk about my dear brother. Now, I'm sure, Caitlin, you had the same response. I'm sure you had the same response the first time you met Mungo as everyone else in this room. Is that really your name? and then followed by show me your license. I lost my spot. And I don't think we really know where it comes from. The origin of where his name comes from changes all the time. Is he named after, as Dad said, Mungo National Park or Mungo Man? some babysitter's child, or was someone yelling at their dog in the park? Don't know. The story does change. I'm sure Mum can elaborate later. So regardless of where it comes from, I just thought I'd actually just share some Mungo facts. So Mungo, the name, was made famous in the 6th century by the patron saint. Well, his actual real name was Kentigern, and he was nicknamed Saint Mungo for all his work for the people in the community. In Scottish, Mungo means my pet, my love. In Celtic, Mungruin, beloved, kindred spirit. In Old Gaelic, Mungiel, most dear. And then another one of the websites was unique names for dogs. Sit down, boy. Sit down. Get out of there. Get up him. And Mungo has also entered into popular culture as well. Mungo was the giant gingerbread man that helped Shrek and Donkey and Puss in Boots defeat the fairy godmother. Currently, Mungo is the 143rd, 572nd most common name in the world. In 2001, it was 147,309, so you've been constant around there. And then interestingly, in 2004, it jumped to 8,467. Now, I don't really know what happened there, but Shrek 2 was released in 2004. So there's a lot of Mungos out there named after a gingerbread man. I know you're a 91 baby, but in Scotland in 1993 there was one Mungo born. So there is out there somewhere. Approximately 2,621 people bear your name. Approximately a quarter of the world's Mungos live in Tanzania. Although the highest density of Mungo are in the British Virgin Islands, but there's only 4. And in Australia, there are only 8. Might be 7 now with you leaving. Well, not coming back. And so I just thought I'd compare because, well, after that whirlwind, Mum and Dad have got a child that they have to introduce 3 times to everyone. Second child comes along and they go, well, let's call him Hugh. Okay. Hugh has been in the top 100 names since the 1200s. It only slipped out of the top 100 names in 1903, and the lowest rank was 212 in the 70s. Although now I'm back at 65. Thank you. Yeah. It's probably due to the Hugh Jackmans and the Hugh Grants of the world. Interesting fact about Hugh Grant: his full name is Hugh John Mungo Grant. So we'll need to get a photo with him one day. And yes, so when Mungo left for his gap year, he was assured that he would find many Mungos. He was told, it's just like their John. But alas, he found many Johns and no Mungos. I think he has found one, but that was on a job site and that was his nickname. Anyway, you might need a holiday to Tanzania. Anyway, your name and the meanings certainly matches your persona. You're unique, passionate, no one ever forgets you, and no one forgets when you enter the room either, and you certainly don't do anything in halves. And under your veil of confidence, there is a caring and sensitive man. I do apologise though, Caitlin, you can be a bit loud sometimes. It just makes noise. Mungo, you've been a fantastic big brother, and yes, Mother, we do love each other very dearly. And this started at a very young age. I was a bit of I had lots of nightmares as a kid, and so Mungo and I actually shared a bed for a very long time. That's right. I would get scared, and I didn't want to wake Mum and Dad up, so I just go bunk with Mungo. And look, we shared a bed until an age that would surprise you, and I'm certainly not going to share that because it'll embarrass us both. And in a bed, of course, there's a line. Don't cross the line, you prick. Oh, sorry. Don't cross the line. But always, in the morning, I'd always wake up in the middle. And Mungo never complained, and I was always welcome back. And I'm just grateful that we both weren't naked sleepers at that point in our lives. I haven't slept in your bed recently, so I don't know what you are now. Anyway, and while we're back, well, we've just done our bed, I just want to take you back to our family dinner table. And I'm sure, as you have in your homes, for some reason, no one ever wrote it out, but there's assigned seating. Okay, so you always sit in the same spots. And in our house, Mungo was at the head, of course. I was here, mother across, and dad to my right. And for some reason, Mungo's seat got nicknamed the hot seat, because not only did we have dinner at the table, but it was also a 30-minute opportunity for mum and dad just to grill Mungo about his day-to-day. Correct grammar, full sentences, one-word answers weren't enough. And sometimes we actually tried to mix it up, and I would actually, we'd move around, but the hot seat seemed to follow Mungo. I'm not sure why that happened. Anyway, thank you for taking the heat all over those years. And I was able to learn a lot of life lessons from afar and in silence. So it was fantastic, actually. I hope that one day you have your own hot seat that you're not in. To end, I just wish both of you, Caitlin, fantastic, lovely. I want to wish you both all happiness, love, and for the future. So please, everyone, again, raise a glass to Mungo and Caitlin. Cheers, guys. Hey. Walk it up. Lovely.
For those who don't know me, as my dad announced to the room, I'm the only single Birrell sister left. Much to my mother's dismay. But this time. So I originally wanted to do a speech for Caitlin and Mungo because, as you all know, I lived with them during lockdown, so I feel like, I am the sister wife. I am the third in the marriage. But they wouldn't allow me because they said there wasn't enough time. So I have been given the absolute privilege to read a poem that my absolutely beautiful mother has written for the beautiful bride and absolutely amazing groom. So bear with me because I've had a lot of pints and a few Prosecco's. So this is for Caitlin and Mungo. Caitlin and Mungo are here today to pledge their love the old-fashioned way. With friends and family here to see a love that will bloom for eternity. And as they go through this journey together, may their lives be filled with lucky white heather. May all their troubles be little ones, especially if a little son. She had to get it in there. If not, a girl will do, it's only because we already have two. But seriously, let us wish them well and pray their life together is a fairy tale. And as all good fairy tales go, may Caitlin and Mungo live happily ever after, as husband and wife with little trouble and certainly no strife. To Caitlin and Mungo, love mum and dad.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Danny. I'm probably Mungo's my adopted brother from 12 years ago when he moved to Wales. Mum and Dad, David and Sam, took him on as their son when he arrived over here. So, first thing I will say, I've not ever done a speech before, so I'm slightly nervous about this. There was two things this morning I found out afresh. One was that my suit doesn't fit. So for those of you who've got glasses, I suggest you put them on. The buttons might take your eyes out at some point. For those of you, the second thing I didn't know, I can't really remember because I haven't done very good. Hang on 2 seconds. Yeah, no, sorry. So, sorry. The second thing, one was the suit fitting, and the other one's completely gone. Well, my contact lenses, I didn't bring those, so if you see my phone up here somewhere, Mungo called me a goldfish when he first met me because he said I had a 5-second memory. Proof of that is probably the fact that I've forgotten my contact lenses and I now can't see my speech. But yeah, so my plan is to entertain you for more than 2 minutes, stood here. And, well, Vicky will tell you that that would be a record. So I met Mungo for the first time at his uncle's place, at Matt's place. For those of you who don't know, so obviously Matt is Simon's brother. So I went there to measure some cabinets up, and Mungo came down the stairs. Matt introduced him. This is my nephew. And he's down for a few weeks. Mungo's now on week 623, I think. So he's doing pretty well. Sorry. We had a group of friends back in Wales, which Mungo got to know, who were slightly older. Julian will know because Paul is his son. He's 10 years older, and unfortunately he taught us all the wrong things about how to party, stay out late, and cause a bit of chaos. So there's that side of things. Mungo, while he was over here, worked for Julian. As you will have seen, Mungo's mentioned Julian. And while he's working for Julian, Joe touched on it earlier, Mungo was doing a lot of the work, helping out, a lot of manual labour. You can't knock him, in fairness. Mungo will work hard, he's a grafter. And they had a large digger down the yard, like a 25-ton digger. And Julian asked Mungo, he said, can you fill it with diesel? Simple request, you would think. So Mungo goes along with 60 litres of fuel, fills up the digger. About 5 minutes later, Julian runs out of fuel. So Julian sat in the cab saying, I thought you filled it up. Mungo saying, well, I did, I filled it up, the drum's empty. So it turns out Mungo tipped 60 litres into the hydraulic fluid, which killed the digger. Julian still hasn't, well, I think he's still paying him back to this day, but that's that. Next one, Mungo. So he was with us about 4 years, adopted, and then he decided to go travelling. So Mungo went over to France. Now, his maths aren't the strongest. Mungo thought a 60-day visa meant he could go over for 60 days to France, come back for a day, and go back for another 60 days. Unfortunately, Mungo stayed for his 60 days, came back, went back for more than 60, or went back for more days. So when he got to the airport, he was told he's being deported. Which led to Mungo not having any clothes because he was only coming back for a weekend. So, first thing Mungo did, which I didn't know about, by the way, first thing he did was come in and raid my wardrobe. Which then, all your best clothes are always on the top of the wardrobe. So Mungo took all the best clothes and left me the ones that don't fit. A bit like the suit. So, yeah, about 18 months after this, we had Christmas. Mungo came round, again, part of his adopted party. And we kind of didn't buy that many presents for each other. But Mungo turned up at Christmas, 18 months later, or whenever it was, with a big box wrapped with a ribbon. And I thought, I feel a bit bad I haven't got him a Christmas present here. But then when I opened it, I realised he'd wrapped all the clothes that he'd had for the last 18 months and given them to me. So that's that. Right. Next one, Simon and Rebecca. I didn't know them at the time, and then I went on a holiday over to Australia with Mungo for 2 weeks. And, well, I've got to be honest, they were repaying the favour of Mum and Dad. They were fantastic, they looked after me, and they were like another family over there. They were fantastic. So, thank you to both of you. And you can see where the love comes from in the family there. So, great parents. Now, while we were over there, on the last day, we decided to go to Sydney. So, myself, Huey, Mungo, Simon, Rebecca, we all got in the car, went to Sydney. And I thought, well, I'll have a little tour of Sydney, have a wander around. I haven't been there before, might not go again. Meanwhile, Mungo and Huey said, well, we'll go to the pub, because we've been there before. So about 3 hours goes by, a lot of photos. We come back, we eventually find them in a pub, barely standing. Bit of catching up to do. We had a meal, and then Rebecca, who's very organised, booked us in for the Sydney Harbour Bridge tour the next morning, 7 a.m, and there's a breathalyzer. So we all looked at each other, behaved ourselves for the rest of the meal, might have stayed out a little bit later than we should have, quite late. And then next morning, well, I don't actually know how we got on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, because all I can say is Australian breathalyzers don't work as well as the breathalyzer over here. So, yeah. Sorry, back on the notes. Hold it close. Right. And first thing I'll say on this part, Caitlin, you're looking fantastic. Mungo's done pretty well there, I must say. Bridesmaids, you're also looking fantastic. Margaret and Rebecca, also both looking fantastic. Joe, you look pretty good as well. I didn't want to make you blush. And Simon. Well, the whole table. Huey, we'll go mad. I'll call everyone out. So that comes towards the end. The only thing I want to say now is, can we have a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Ryan?